Hello, gentle marketers. Welcome to episode 97 of the Gentle Business Revolution podcast, the show where we talk about marketing your business by disrupting the current marketing paradigm, the hypey and pushy one, and changing it to a gentler approach, one that's based on empathy and kindness. I'm Sarah Croce. As always, I'm your host, and you know that you're in the right place if you are a heart-centered entrepreneur or change maker who is looking for a better way to market your business. Or you might also be a marketing impact pioneer. So that's someone who's working for an organization who does business for good. If you're a regular here, you know that I'm organizing the conversations around the 7 Ps of the Gentle Marketing Mandala. And if you're new here and don't know what I'm talking about, you can download your one-page marketing plan with the gentle marketing version of the 7 Ps of marketing at sarahzenecroce.com/one page. That's the number 1 and then the word page. And yes, it comes with 7 email prompts to really help you reflect on these different Ps for your business. So today's conversation fits the third P, the P of people. We're talking about your people, your ideal clients, and your relationship with them. Today's a solo episode, so no guest to introduce, and so I'll dive right in. So in the Gentle Marketing Revolution book, I say customer-centric marketing is overrated. I'd like to read you that subchapter. So today's conscious client is no longer king. He doesn't want to be king. He wants to be on the same level, the same vibrational frequency as you. I was always told the customer is king. So I focused all my energy on the king. I geared my marketing toward the king. I humbly served the king during endless free consultations without any boundaries. I let myself be abused by the king. The king always won, and I was just a humble servant. I believe that customer-centric marketing is overrated and outdated. It no longer belongs in the new marketing paradigm. Wait, what? Yes, let me explain. The conscious client doesn't want to be king anymore. He wants to be treated equally. He wants a seat in the circle, but he doesn't want to sit on a throne. As entrepreneurs, we will only create joyful and sustainable businesses if we rumble with ourselves first. That starts with finding our passion in person, our personal power, such as our values, worldview, personality type, etc. Once we've gone deep and figured out who we are and who we want to be as entrepreneurs, then we're ready to go out there, share our stories, share our expertise, and share our values so we resonate with our ideal clients. I then go into a chapter about storytelling, but today I want to talk about a point that I wish I also made in the book, which is just because we are bringing more of us to our marketing and no longer see the customer as the king, that doesn't mean we don't want to serve him or her. We still do, but we do it in a way that feels balanced, a win-win for both parties. And I also want to bring up today a topic that's often referred to as customer experience or client experience. That starts with marketing, continues with a sale, and then keeps on going even after the collaboration or the product purchase. It's about creating a sales experience that is equal to the feeling you want people to have when they're really working with you. It all needs to align. It can't just, be the pre-experience and then the post-experience where they actually work with you is completely different. So if you hire a sales coach and just blindly adopt their pushy sales strategy as your own, that might really create chaos in your business. It will repel your customers because it's not aligned with the rest of your experience. Never mind, your own integrity and how you feel kind of applying sales techniques that don't work for you. If you come over as authentic in your marketing and then switch over to a super impersonal and automated sales experience, that just won't work. And I think it also won't work for your customers and clients, because I recently experienced that when I contacted a lawyer. I wanted to hire her for trademark consulting, but when I tried to contact her, a canned response came back asking me to fill out a questionnaire about a bunch of things that didn't apply to me and telling me that the first consultation was going to be $350. I was turned off and stalled. I was like, well, maybe I'll fill out that form tomorrow, but right now I don't feel like it. But then the next day, I had another email from her and another automated follow-up. And in the end, I didn't hire her. And I would have been really an easy sell because someone referred her to me. So I was already a yes. I was like, I don't know anybody else. So this is good. Had she just personally replied, I would have easily paid her the $350 immediately. On the other hand, I recently worked with a designer on my rebrand. And yes, I'll let you know very soon what the new brand is. So you could say I was also an easy yes because I've known her and even had her on my podcast. You can go to episode 46, sarahsenacroce.com/GBR46 for that episode with Nela. But it was still a big decision for me because Nela is good, but she isn't cheap. So during that whole process, though, I felt heard and seen. I felt understood. She took the time to address my concerns, not clear my objections, but address them and explain and, listen and say, yes, I hear you, I understand. And then when I gave her my yes, I was immediately reconfirmed in my choice when I received her beautifully designed branding guide. She then gave me access to a Trello board, and my clients know how much I love Trello. It wasn't just a, kind of a simple Trello board either. It was her own design used for the Trello board. So it was just like magically beautiful. And the whole strategy and design process was laid out on this Trello board, easy for us to communicate with each other without having to use back and forth emails. So I really just felt at ease and happy that I had made this decision to work with her. Of course, as a brand designer, Nela understands that branding doesn't stop at the sale. It also applies to the customer experience. And she designed hers beautifully, really. So Nela didn't just copy that process from a pre-existing framework she downloaded from some well-meaning site. She designed it for her customers according to her values. But she also didn't see her customers as kings. It's very clear throughout the whole process that she has boundaries in place. The agreement, for example, explained what's included in our contract and what's not, when I can expect replies from her and when not, etc., etc. It's truly a win-win situation because you can have strong boundaries that are satisfying to you and protect your energy without steamrolling your customers and their experience. Nela just recently wrote a great blog post called How to Stand Out Through Exceptional Client Service. And I really highly recommend you read it. I put the link in the show notes, or you can go find it yourself at neladunato.com. That's NELADUNATO.com. So as you know, I've been working on a sequel to The Gentle Marketing Revolution. It's all about a different way of selling, and I can't wait to share it with you. We're looking at November right now as a publishing date. So it's still a few months to go. But if you haven't read The Gentle Marketing Revolution yet, that's a great place to start. You can check that out at thegentlemarketingrevolution.com/book. Because the more I talk about selling and marketing to people, the more I realize that it's not that clear where one ends and where the other one begins. It's all a bit blurry and they all kind of flow into each other. And I really think going forward, there shouldn't be, one marketing department and one sales department with and these two not talking to each other. They need to flow. And so that's really also why I kind of accepted this challenge on writing a book about selling, because never in a million years did I think I would write a book about selling. But it's almost ready, so just need to go through a couple of editing phases now. And as I said, it'll be ready for you sometime in November. I'd like to end this short episode with a few questions for you to reflect on. How do you want a potential client to feel when they first come in contact with you? How will they realize that your approach is different from what they're used to, from the mainstream? Like I often have people tell me it feels like a breath of fresh air. So how do you want your clients to feel, and how do you want them to realize that your approach is different from the mainstream? How will they feel heard and seen? That's a question we addressed in one of the Gentle Business Circle calls. We each shared our points of view on how we can make our clients feel heard and seen, even in this online world. If you're curious about the circle, that's at sarahsandacroce.com/circle. Another question is, how can your potential client feel your values from the sales experience? Maybe even your worldview. And where can you give yourself permission to let go of someone else's framework and design your own sales experience? This is also often a topic for my one-on-one work with clients. So I wanted to let you know that I have 3 spots for one-on-one coaching starting September. So if that's something you'd like to find out more about, please visit sarahsandacroce.com/coaching. And of course, I'll try to walk my talk and have you experience my sales journey that is always and always will be a work in progress. So I'm totally open to feedback. I hope you found some interesting information in this short solo episode that you can apply to your business and improve your customers' experience. You'll find the show notes of this episode with further links, especially also to that blog post from Nayla at sarahsandacroce.com/GBR97. And as you know, we're working behind the scenes on the rebrand and change of name of this show. But first, we have 2 more great episodes, and next week's is all about sales as well. I'll be speaking to Emma Louise Parks. It's a good one. Don't miss it. Tune back in next week. And in the meantime, let's be the change we want to see in the world. Speak soon.